morning to you. We are going to begin tonight with that frightening moment from this evening's Little Rock City board meeting at Robinson Center. It had to come to an abrupt stop when the veteran city director Ken Richardson collapsed out of his chair. You see Mayor Frank Scott Jr. there looking over the director. Those in the room, including members of the media, were asked to leave as emergency crews tended to the director for Ward 2. He eventually was taken out of the conference room on a stretcher. He was upright and did appear to be conscious. Richardson, in the past, has reportedly suffered from seizures, though he has declined to publicly discuss any health issues. Now, that meeting did move forward with the board members hearing from several mothers of murder victims in Little Rock. They asked the city to help stop gun violence. Channel 7's Mills Hayes joins us tonight with more on their story. Mills.
Take a look at these family members of homicide victims. You can even see them holding their pictures of their loved ones there. Now, they showed up to the city board of directors meeting tonight upset that there was nothing on the agenda that addressed the recent uptake in crime. Now, they are hoping that a new proposal by Director Doris Wright, it's actually called a violence intervention program. They're hoping that that program will help the city.
The nurse that they sent out to talk to us said that he was shot straight through the heart and he was dead before he hit the ground.
You might remember the Little Rock man who was dropped off at a local hospital last week, who later died. That man was 28-year-old Dominique Tillman, Barbara Robinson's grandson.
I feel like I am broken. You know, I never thought that I would bury him. You know, my grandchildren.
She and her brother Sammy came to the Little Rock City Board of Directors meeting to plead for change after a recent uptake in crime.
This is not a coincidence. Everybody that came in about gun violence was African American people. This is not a coincidence. This is by design.
Director of the Derek Olivier Research Institute for Prevention of Violence says that Little Rock's homicide rate is 60% higher in 2021 than it was this time in 2020. He says over 90% of Little Rock murders are black victims.
He wasn't just a number, he was a human being. He was my child.
Yolanda Harrison's 20-year-old son, Devin Sprawling, died after being shot in the head in 2018.
This past year, we've had COVID. You know, all these cases are building up with these prosecutors. My son hasn't even had trial. My concern is he going to get a fair trial? Is he going to have justice?
Besides having their loved ones back, all these families want is change.
I think our city needs to be more proactive than reactive.
Director Doris Wright actually requested to have her program be put on the next board meeting's agenda. Now, in regards to Director Kenny Richardson, I spoke with another director who told me that Richardson is in stable condition right now. He's doing a lot better and that he is expected to be back at the next board meeting next week. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, great news to hear. Mills Hayes for us tonight. Mills, thanks so much. You can look for updates on Director Richardson's health on KATV.com and, of course, in the morning on Daybreak.